Hey folks, interesting question in here from Eugene Wong. That's his YouTube username, presumably his real name. Hi Eugene, thank you for your question. For budget-concerned shooters, do you suggest them getting an old top-of-the-line model, say an EOS 5D Mark II, or a newer budget model, 70D or 80D? Now, the question here becomes, my question back to you is, what are you using it for? You probably heard me say this a lot of times if you watch my videos, because you really need to define what your needs are, what your wants, what your style of shooting is. If you're doing a lot of video, I would suggest a 70D or an 80D over the 5D Mark II for two reasons. I like the articulated screen. I like the touch screen. Actually, that's two already. And I also like the dual pixel AF. I think that has a lot of uses that people are now becoming to understand. I mean, that's why the 70D, 80D is so popular despite not being 4K cameras. So that's where I would go if you're doing a lot of video. Not to say the 5D Mark II was a terrible video camera, but I think a 70D, 80D would serve most people better. And for the money, probably a pair of 70Ds would serve you better shooting video. Or 80Ds. If you're shooting less video and just more photography, not that the 70Ds or 80Ds aren't good at that, but the 5D Mark II is full frame. So if what you're shooting is more portraits and say weddings and things like that, where perhaps you might benefit from or have a preference for a full frame camera, then that's where I would say maybe look at the 5D Mark II. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me, my line of thinking there on why to go where there? Or do you disagree or have a different preference? Leave it in the comments below. Let's discuss which way you would suggest Eugene go here and why. Always, want to hear the clarification of why. It makes people able to think through alternative perspectives, alternative answers, and then come to, pardon me, I think my stomach is rumbling, and then come to an agreement for themselves or an answer for themselves on what's going to serve them best. Thanks for your question, Eugene. Thanks for your feedback, guys, and stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.